They said small business can't compete at the top. We pulled up to the federal table and we didn't stop. Read every document, broke down every page. This ain't up, this is training, we're earning our wage. You want the contract, then you gotta put in work. Study the solicitation, don't you dare lurk. Find yourself, price it right. Submit that proposal, it's your time tonight. Try, learn your game, submit, stake your claim. That's the aim. Proposal Pro Academy, leave it in. Try, submit, win. Try, submit, win. 400,000 businesses registered and waiting, only 3 bits average. Somebody's hesitating, not us, not you. We came to play. PPA taught us everything we need to say. We are just dreaming, we do it, we do it. We don't just see it, we summon it, we submit it with dollars on the table. Small business, we are. All right. I don't know what's going on, but there is an echo. So we are just going to. I be trying to have the music on. I be trying to have the music on, y'all, so y'all can hear my music. I be trying to have it so y'all can hear my theme song, but it just do not be working. But whatever, what's going on, everybody? It's your Proposal Pro coach, and I am back. Listen, I have been gone over the weekend. Let me turn this off. I'm trying. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. I think I know what it is. Nope. What could it be? It's an echo, and I don't know what it is. Oh, what is it? I don't know. Okay, forget it. I ain't gonna even trip. All right. And then the camera keep going out. Okay, guys. I don't know if you can hear me. I'm having some technical difficulties. You know what? That just means they don't want me on here teaching y'all what I'm supposed to be teaching y'all. YouTube, hold on. Give me a second. Some technical difficulties going on right now. I'm trying to understand where that's coming from. I have no clue. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right, y'all. Listen, if I'm gonna try to figure out the camera, YouTube, and Instagram. But what's up, TikTok? Y'all here with me? Y'all can see me. I don't know what's going on with the other thing, but I'm here. So tonight, we are. I have to go with. Okay, this is what we're gonna have to go with. I was trying to be fancy. All right, so what is a contract officer looking for when you're submitting? Let me back up a little bit because I'm all up in y'all face. Okay, what is the contract officer really looking for when you're submitting a proposal? That's what everybody wants to know. They know you're supposed to submit. They know that you're, supposed to follow what you're supposed to follow. People know that there's something that you submit. But a lot of people are unsure about what is exactly the contract officer is looking for. So we're going to go over that tonight. Before I do, if you guys can do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm having some technical difficulties over here, but it's all good. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. If you're not subscribed, so that you can be subscribed. All right, let's get into it. What does the contract officer actually look for when you are submitting a proposal? It's very simple. I broke it down into 3 different things that the contract officer is looking for. So now, you guys know when you submit a proposal, right? When you submit a proposal, you got to put it together. You got to send it off, email it to the contract officer. Get your quote on top. Put your money on top. Don't forget to put your money on top, y'all, because we ain't doing this for free. Put your money on top. Get whatever documents you need to get together. We know all that, right? But a lot of the times you guys be rushing through the proposals because you're not aware that there are certain things that need to be done in the proposal. So y'all just like putting it together and throwing it together, which, hey, as long as you submit and you got a quote, that's my motto. As long as you got a quote, you are submitting, okay? But let's try, now that we know we can submit, let's try to do it a little bit better, okay? So I'm going to tell you what the 3 things the contract officer actually looks for when you are submitting your first proposal. Hold on, give me a second, y'all. I'm trying to see what's going on. Okay, good. It went out. Wow. Just making sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's always that one. It's always the issue. I know what that is. All right, guys. So what is the contract officer looking for when you are submitting a quote? Let me explain to you. So when you submit a quote, there are 3 things the contract officer. 3 things the contract officer is going to look for, and we're gonna go by each step. Thing number 1, the most important thing, the thing I tell y'all always to make sure you do, is did you follow the instructions? Did you follow the instructions? Let me move this back. There we go. Y'all don't realize that there is a thing called the instructions to offer. When you are working on a proposal, there's an instructions to offer. Offeror. That is us. Okay, this tells you exactly how the government wants you to submit your bid. Now, a lot of you guys don't even know this exists. A lot of you guys see it, but don't feel like reading it. And a lot of you guys do read it, but you still don't follow it. I don't even understand why that is even an option, but whatever, okay? So, instructions to offer tells you exactly how the government wants you to submit, right? This also, you got to realize the contract officer could be getting 50 to 60 to hundreds of bids every time he submits or every time he puts a solicitation on SAM.gov. And you guys got to realize that the contract officer don't be having time to just go through every single bid. So he or she probably uses the instructions to offer to weed down the ones who didn't follow. So before your proposal can even get looked at, if you are not following the instructions to instructions to offerer, your proposal might get thrown out. Just like that. You didn't even get in the game because you did not follow the instructions, okay? So make sure you follow the instructions. It's real easy. The ITOs, which I call it, the instructions to offer, is in the solicitation documents. And it usually says instructions. It can say how to submit. It can say instructions to offer. There is a little trick that I use, Control F, which is Control Find, and you can type in instructions to offer or instructions, and it'll pop up if it's in there, okay? So that's an easy way to find it if you don't know how to skim through a document to find it, okay? But one of the things, most important things that the contract officer looks for is, did you follow the instructions? Don't, what is the word? Don't eliminate yourself before you can even get your quote looked at, okay? So follow the instructions, all right? That's number 1. One of the things the contract officers look for is if you follow the instructions. Number 2, is your pricing good? Now listen, y'all know I told you, y'all know that I told you there are 3 types of bidders. Bid to make money, bid to win, and bid to bid. 3 type of bidders. Now, that is for us, how we are going to bid to the government, how much money we are going to put on top. But that's not for the contract officers. They look at pricing. Now, about I'm going to say 92% of the time, these are my statistics. This is not real statistics. This is statistics that I go by and what I feel. About 92% of the time, contract officers are looking for the lowest quote. Because the government's cheap. They don't want to spend money. They will spend money if you call it bluff. But they don't want to spend money. So they look for the lowest quote. Now, depending on what the solicitation is actually going by, like what they're qualifying proposals by, whether it's pricing or experience, references, or whatever, depending on that, they may not go with the lowest quote. They may be looking for, do you know what you're talking about? Or they may be looking for, do you understand? Or is your references good? Or do you have references? Or do you have experience? So they may be looking for that. But a lot, like I said, 92% of the time, contract officers are looking for the lowest quote. And how will you know if you have the lowest quote? You won't. You won't really know if you have the lowest quote until they tell you won the award. A little indication on how you may have the lowest quote is when you're calling subcontractors and when you're getting the quotes. Remember, how many quotes are you supposed to get? How many quotes should you get when you're quoting? 3. 3 kind of gives you a ballpark of what we working with. How many people, or what the companies are charging out there, okay? So if you get 3 quotes, you kind of can tell whether or not your quote is low or not, okay? But the contract officer is going to look for the quote. Once again, guys, y'all have to realize contract officers are people, okay? You guys think of them as just an email. You just send your stuff off and, they're supposed to respond and do this. But you got to remember, contract officers are responding to hundreds and hundreds of people, possibly. I don't know this statistically, but I would say the average amount of people bidding on one solicitation, remember y'all, there's how many solicitations? Over 100,000 solicitations posted every day on SAM.gov. 97,000, whatever. Posted every single day on SAM.gov. And these are solicitations that actually are active. They have money attached, that they want quotes and they're ready to award. And you got to remember, yes, there are multiple contract officers. Absolutely. But you have to understand that one contract officer sometimes will have posted 10 to 15 to 20 solicitations that they're working on and that they're in charge of. Okay? So make sure you understand that when you start submitting, to know, okay, well, this person probably get over 100, 200 people on submitting proposals. So they don't have time to sift through everything. So once again, they're going to look at your pricing. First of all, is your pricing in this budget? Our budget is $1 million for the 5 years. Is this pricing within that? And if it's not, you're probably going to go in the trash. Well, not in the trash, but you're probably going to get kicked out of the running. So that's what they're looking for. And guess what? It's okay, because you'll never know what their budget is. And if you get kicked out of the running because of pricing, look, do not give up. You better not give up. You better go look for another one. You better not give up. Oh, you better not give up. You better go look for another one, because there are more out there for you. There are more out there for you, okay? So don't give up if you get knocked out of the running because your pricing was low. All right? Guys, that was two things the contract officers look for. Once again, did you follow the instructions? And is your pricing good enough to pass to the next level? Now, these are just 3 things. I'm only naming 3 things, okay? Sometimes they look for a lot of stuff, but I'm only naming the 3 most, not important things, but the 3 most common things. That's what I'm looking for, okay? Now, listen, before I tell you the 3rd thing, do me a favor if you haven't done it already. My TikTok is looking very, very dry. show me some love and hit that like button, please, so that people can get notified that I'm notified, that I'm notifying them, that I'm notified, that I'm live. So go ahead and hit that like button if you appreciate what I'm giving you. I really appreciate if you go ahead and hit that like button on YouTube and on Instagram. Go ahead and hit, well, I guess you can't really do that in real time. But maybe on YouTube you can. Go ahead and hit that like button, that love button, whatever, if you really appreciate it. And if you haven't followed me yet or subscribed, go ahead and follow and subscribe, as I will be going live for real this time, y'all. I will be going live every day this week talking about different stuff. Okay, number 3. The third thing a contract officer looks for that you need to pay attention, and I'm going to break this down for y'all because this is the part. Let me tell you something, okay? This is the part. Y'all be like, how do I do this? I don't know how to do this. Am I supposed to write this? This is the part that I'm going to break down for you. So the third thing that the contract officers be looking for is, do you understand the assignment? Do you understand the assignment? Do you understand what we're asking you to do? Now, how do they figure this out? Well, there's this thing called a technical statement, right? Technical statement. Anybody want to take a guess? And don't be afraid to make comments because y'all know my lives are short. At the end, I do take questions, but go ahead and feel free to drop in the comments. But does anybody know what a technical statement is? When the proposal requires you to provide a technical statement, do you know what that is? E-dot. Close. That is close. You real close. Depending on the type of solicitation you're working on. That's a really good answer. But anybody else want to take a guess? Go ahead before I give you the answer. Hold on. Take a little sip. Okay, so the better answer would be a technical statement. Oh, liberal, that's close. And that's one thing. Your answer is one of the things people get mixed up between technical statement. She said past performance. So technical and statement, they're very, very, very close, but I'm about to give you the answer. So what a technical statement is, and E-Dot kind of hit on it, it is how you're going to do the job. It is a description, it is a paragraph, it is a page, or whatever on how you are going to do the job. Now, you might be like, wait a minute, Trinell. I thought we wasn't doing the work. I thought we wasn't going to do the work. I thought the subcontractor was doing the work. How am I supposed to know what I'm supposed to be doing? Calm down, baby. I got you. So this is what you do. You're going to have the subcontractor fill out how they're going to do the work. Now, listen, Linda. Subcontractors, remember, are businesses. They ain't really got time to be writing no papers. So you ask them a couple of questions. There are a couple of key questions you should be asking a subcontractor. They will answer those questions. And now, here comes the hard part. Maybe sometimes, if the subcontractor can't give you a good, full, thick, juicy technical statement, you're going to have to write one on your own. Now, remember, one of the things that the CO, also known as the contract officer, those are the people who read your proposals. And I don't necessarily know if they make a decision. I know they give it to the buyer, but sometimes they actually do make the decision. I'll tell you that story in a minute. But they want to make sure that you know what you're talking about. So if your subcontractor gives you a nice, full, thick, juicy sucker technical statement, you good to go. Slap that bad boy in the proposal, set it off, and you ain't even got to worry about it. But if they give you like a little chicken bone with no meat on there, but they answered the main questions they're supposed to answer, guess whose job it is to fill in the blanks? Add the meat, add the sauce, the thickness. It's going to be your job. Now, how do you do that? Well, there are ways to do that. And in my workshop that's coming in July, I will teach you how to do that. But Y'all remember back in college when you had to write a paper and the paper had to be like 5 pages or 10 pages, and you were like, dang, I only got like 2 pages worth of stuff. And so what did you do? What did you do to fill that paper out? What did you do to fill that paper out so that you get 10 pages, right? You did something we call embellish, right? Instead of saying we are going to uh remove the weeds and throw them away, right? Instead of we're going to remove the weeds and throw them away, you can say something like he does say he double spaced. That's funny. That's funny. You got a lot of space. That's true though. We used to double space, and that's what you used to do. But no. So instead of saying we're going to remove the weeds and throw them away, you can say we're going to take a team of 2 people to extract the weeds by using digging tools, and we're going to dig down to 2 inches and scoop up the not like this, a little bit more professional. Scoop up the dirt, place it in a bucket. We will take that bucket and bring it to the facility for whatever, and then we will clean up the area. You know what I'm saying? You expand the one thing that they give you, break it down to its molecule, just so it sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Because once again, the contract officer wants to know, do you understand the assignment? Now, for those of you I told you the contract officer also looks for cheap pricing. Sometimes they actually will prefer, do you know the assignment, over pricing. Let me tell y'all a story. So I was bidding on a solicitation. It was for construction of a bathroom in a prison, a remodel of a bathroom in a prison. I found a subcontractor. I gave him the scope of work. He looked at it. He said, oh yeah, I could do this for, I don't remember the price, let's just say $20,000. Yeah, I could do this for $20,000. Yeah, this would be easy. And I'll even give them a little discount. $20,000. I said, okay, cool. They asked for a technical statement. He sent me a technical statement, basically this was before I really got good with technical statements. A very generic technical statement. We're going to take remove the old bathroom. We're going to put in the new bathroom, make sure everything is secure, and blah, 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 blah. We're good to go. I submitted the proposal. I don't know how many weeks later they came back, because I always follow up. Something I teach my students, always make sure you follow up after you submit a proposal. But I followed up. Come to find out, I did not win. But the winner of the quote, remember my quote, for example, was 20,000, right? The winner of the quote, you want to know how much their quote cost? Anybody want to take a guess at how much they quote cost? And my quote cost $20,000. Well, their quote actually cost like 50,000 or something. Close. It was higher than my quote. I'm saying like, wait, I thought you guys were going by the lowest quote. Why didn't I win? And I asked the contract officer that. Why didn't I win? I'm sorry. I had the lowest quote. What happened? I thought you guys were going by the lowest quote. That's what it said in the scope of work. Your requirements that you're looking for is the lowest quote. What happened? And you know what they told me? We didn't feel that you understood the assignment. They didn't say assignment, y'all. They didn't say. I'm saying assignment. We didn't feel that you understood the assignment because of how low your quote was. I said, oh, what? But I was the lowest. I can't help that the subcontractor want to give y'all a deal. He knows what he's doing. He has a business, a construction business. Why didn't I win? It was because my technical statement, the thing the contract officers look at, you guys. So don't skip over that. That's very important if they ask. It wasn't fruitful enough. It wasn't thick. It wasn't juicy. And they felt because my price was so low that I did not understand the totality of the project. And it just wasn't true. Well, I understand it, but my sub did. So when I say contract officers want to know if you understand the assignment, if I would have written a nice, thick, juicy, technical statement, we would have won. But at that time, I'm still learning just like a lot of you guys are learning. But that's why I'm telling you that now so you don't make the mistake I made. Okay? So the 3 things the contract officers look, and like I said, there's much more things that they look for, but these are the 3 main things that I can tell you that you can start today correcting or being aware of. Once again, did you follow the instructions? Did you go to the instructions to offer? Did you follow all the instructions? Is everything submitted like I asked? Instructions to offer tells you how to submit your proposal to the federal government. Okay? Do not skip over that. If you can't find the instructions to offer, it's usually located in the solicitation document, but use the little trick Control F, type in instructions, and it'll pull up all the words that say instructions, and go look for the instructions to offer. Okay? Thing number 2, is your price cheap enough? Is your price good enough for us to even consider? Here's my budget. If your price don't fall into that budget, I am throwing it away. Denied. Because remember, contract officers are people, and they get hundreds of people submitting bids for one solicitation, and they could have 20 to 50 solicitations that they're working on at any given time. They ain't got time to be going through every single one. So they look, and throw it away if it doesn't qualify. Okay? And then the 3rd thing is, do you understand the assignment? Do you know what you're doing? Do you know what you're talking about? Is your price representative of what your technical statement says? Now remember, y'all, not every time, this is where y'all get mixed up and y'all be asking me, not every time will you need a technical statement, okay? Not every time will you need a technical statement. Only if they ask you for one is when you provide it, okay? Please, don't be giving them information that they ain't asked for, okay? So make sure you pay attention to those 3 things, all right? All right, guys, so I'm getting ready to get out of here. Y'all know my lives be nice and short and straight to the point, but I'm here to answer any questions that you guys have. Before I take any questions, go ahead and drop your questions in the comment. I'm going to start off with TikTok, and then I'll go over to YouTube, Instagram, if I see anybody over there. But go ahead and drop in your comments right now. But before I get to the comments, guys, look, if you're ready to get started in government contracting, I am having a free webinar this Saturday that will break how this works all the way down. Because I know a lot of y'all thinking, well, that's government contract. That's the government. That's big and bad and scary, and I don't think I can do that because I don't know nobody in the government. I don't have a corporate blah, 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 blah. Guess what? You don't need it. That's what the webinar is for, to show you how you are already qualified to be a federal concierge, and you don't even know it. Guys, here in my YouTube, here is the link. Go to theproposalpro.com/webinar to sign up to the webinar. We're 4 days away. You have time tonight. And if you're on my TikTok, you can go to the link in my bio and click on sign up for the webinar so you can get your email. Guys, remember, please put in your emails correctly, please, so you can get the email. And make sure you check your spam because my emails will be on the spam. I can't stop it. I'm trying to figure out how to work that out. But make sure you get your email, okay? But go register for the webinar this Saturday, 6 p.m. Central Time. And we're going to go over how you can become a federal concierge, and you don't need any experience, any money, everything you think, everything you thinking that you need to be a federal concierge that's preventing you from being a federal concierge right now, you don't need. And we're going to go over there and discuss that, all right? All right, so Proposal Pro, theproposalproacademy.com webinar or / training. If you want to look at other training options that I offer, go register tonight. I can't wait to see you guys Saturday, okay? All right, so I'm going to take a few questions. So go ahead and post your questions in the comments, and I will stare and answer. It doesn't have to be about what we talked about tonight. It can be anything government contracting, okay? Doesn't have to be what we talked about tonight. So I'm going to head to TikTok first and then YouTube. If you got questions, go ahead and drop them in the comments, and I'll answer that. So I got to scroll all the way up, and y'all know me. If y'all been watching me, y'all know I answer every question because I want to make sure everybody is heard and felt. So if you got questions, go ahead and drop them in the comments, and then I'm gonna get up out of here. But I will be back tomorrow, so make sure you hit that like, subscribe button. Hey, Craig, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button so you can get notified when I go live again. Because tomorrow we're gonna be talking about something different. I don't even know what we're gonna be talking about tomorrow, but it's gonna be something different. I promise you that. Okay, let's see. Scrolling through the TikTok. Okay. Zara, oh, what a beautiful name. Zara says, is it true if the listing is inactive that they have already selected a winner? Zara, what a wonderful question. I hope I said your name right because, I be messing people's names up. But that is a great question. So Zara asked, is it true that in the listing, when a listing is inactive, that they've already selected a winner? The answer is no, it is not true. So this how let me sorry girl, let me break it down how the government works. First and foremost, they be on their time. All right. Now, when a solicitation goes inactive, that means that could mean one of 2 to 3 things. One, it got expired, like it got canceled. It usually would say canceled, but it could say inactive as well, and it could be canceled. But it usually would say canceled. So it's getting ready to be canceled, and so that they just turned it off, and then they'll end up changing it to cancel. 2, it's expired. So the date has passed, right? Because it goes inactive 15 days, and you can go on SAM.gov and check this yourself. It goes inactive, I believe it's 15 days after the due date. So, do they award in 15 days? Hell no. No, they do not. Because sometimes it could take months to be awarded. Okay? So, no. It doesn't mean that they've been awarded. It means, hey, this has been enacted. The expiration date has passed. The due date has passed. We need to now make this inactive. I don't know why they wait 15 days, but whatever. So, one of the other reasons why it could be inactive is because it's past the due date. And the third reason why it could be, maybe the third reason why it could be inactive is because, yes, they may have awarded it, but I believe it would say, I believe there is an indication that it's been awarded. I'm going to have to take a look, Zara. I'm going to look next time I go on SAM.gov. I'm going to see if the little green, because it's green for active, gray for inactive. I'm not sure if they got like a awarded, but I know they got a canceled. So I'm not sure if they got awarded, but I feel like they do because I can look up awards as well. But the main reasons is because the due date has passed. Okay? So really good question. If you are working on a solicitation right now and you submitted a proposal and the thing went inactive, doesn't mean that you're not still in the running. It just means that the due date is 15 days past when it was due, so they had to inactivate it. Is that a word? I don't know. Okay, but that's a really good question. Thank you for that question. I appreciate it. A-Dot says, what should I do if I don't have past performance? Great question. So remember, E-Dot, what do you do when you don't have technical statement? You get it from the subcontractor, right? As a federal concierge, we don't do the work. We subcontract out to other businesses to do the work while we hold the contract. So if we're using other businesses to do the work, guess what we're also going to use? Other businesses' past performance. Because who's doing the work? They are. Now, as a federal concierge, partnering, that's why I never say people work for me. I always say partner. Partnering with with these subcontractors means you now get to take on their past performance. You now get to take on their past performance. So when you're submitting a proposal in conjunction with ABC Company, we we have I don't know, completed whatever we're gonna say. The following things, you now get to take on their past performance. Okay, so do you have to have past performance? No. Can you use the subcontractor's past performance? Yes. When you start winning contracts, that is your past performance. All right. Great question. Zara asks, do you have a YouTube video on managing contracts? I It's hard to have a video on managing contracts because everything is different. Every contract is different. Zara, I don't have a video, but I do have training. So, register for the webinar on Saturday or go to my website, theproposalproacademy.com, and message me, and I can send you over what I have to help you on managing contracts, because I do have programs that teach you how to manage your contracts. A lot of people don't. They usually stop at how to submit. I actually have training on how to manage, how to submit. Oh, okay, Zara, I will tell you, I do have on YouTube. I'm sorry, YouTube, my bad. My fingers was all in your face. I do have videos on how to submit proposals. I mean, not proposals, how to submit invoices, how to update invoices. That's the most management stuff I have on YouTube. So I do have those. So you can go take a look at those. But if you want to really learn how to develop your contract, requests for more money, handle subcontractors who ain't doing their job, how to fire them, how to hire them, service agreement, all that stuff, go to the proposalproacademy.com/contact us. Send me an email or a text or a voicemail, and we can talk about how I can help you learn how to manage your contracts. Great question. Marco, if I don't meet the insurance requirement, ooh, juicy. Okay, if I don't meet the insurance requirements for a solicitation, should I still bid for the contract? Okay, Marco, question. Oh, okay, hold on. Sorry, I got distracted. Question. Are you, Marco, the prime who is actually physically doing the work? That's my question for you. If you are, and you don't meet the insurance requirements, and depending on how much the money costs, if it's a multi-million-dollar contract and you want to win, Marco, I'm just saying, and I'm not saying it meanly. I know that's not a word, but I'll figure it out. I will figure out how I can meet the requirements. But that's if you are the prime. That's if you are the prime. Okay? If you are not the prime and you're not doing the insurance, you're not doing the actual physical work, your subcontractor will provide that insurance. Now, on some contracts, like on my elevator contract that I had a while ago, although they didn't say it up front, I did use my subcontractor's liability insurance, my CO, his certificate of insurance. Okay, I did use his. Now, they in the end kind of wanted mines as well, but they didn't say that in the beginning, so I didn't have to give it to them. But sometimes they do want you to do it. Now, for example, Marco, there are bid bonds. We ain't gonna get into that tonight, but there are bid bonds that I want to bid on, but I ain't got the money for it, right? So I have to decide, like, do I figure this out, or do I just move on to the next one? The good thing, Marco, is there are hundreds of thousands of solicitations posted every single day. You don't have to dwell on it. You can move on to the next one. So it's just really up to you. It's really up to you, but your subcontractor usually holds the insurance. Zara, you won one Friday. Congratulations. That is so exciting. Once again, get with me. Go to theproposalproacademy.com/contact us. Send me an email. I will get you situated to win your first contract. That's so exciting. Congratulations. See how easy it is, Zara? Now Zara gonna be like, ooh, it's all hip hop and I know what I'm gonna be doing. That's how easy it is. Guys, y'all can be just like Zara too. Like this, I'm telling y'all, Zara, you can even say, you can even let me know how easy it is to just find something on SAM.gov, find a quote, get a subcontractor, get their quote, put your money on top, add whatever documents they need, and submit it, and possibly win and possibly change your life. Because it only takes one contract to change your life. So congratulations, Zara. Get with me on email me and we'll talk. Okay, okay, Marco. So you are the prime. Okay, so once again, if you, depending on how much the contract costs, and remember, you don't need the insurance unless they're asking for it up front in the proposal. But I'm gonna give you a little trick. Now, I shouldn't be giving out all this detail. Y'all need to come to my workshop to get all this information. But I'm gonna give this to you, Marco. So sometimes when they're asking for certain things, now it may work and it may not work. Sometimes when they're asking for certain things, like certificate of insurance, I would, and I know I don't have it, I would say, upon award, I will send over my certificate of insurance. Now, they may look at it and be like, bitch, I didn't even say that. But they may look at it and be like, no, deny. Or if you're the only one bidding or you have the best price and everybody else price sucks, they may allow that. And then if you win, guess what, Marco? Figure it out, especially if it's a multi-million-dollar contract. Okay? Figure it out. Go get the insurance. I don't care what you got to do. Go sell your car, whatever. If you about to win multi-million-dollars and all you need is the insurance, go figure it out. All right? I'm telling you, that's what I could say. That's what I could say. All right, let's see. All right, Zara, get with me. Get with me. Get with me. See, she said it's easy, y'all. It's so easy. It's like taking candy from a baby. Y'all don't know about that. Y'all don't know about that. But Zara says it's easy. I'm trying to tell y'all. It's easy. I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all just, like, there is money out there for y'all to make. Let me hold on. Okay, I can't. I'm gonna shake all y'all. I'm gonna shake y'all. There is money out there for y'all to make. There is money out there for y'all to make. Y'all just gotta do it, and it's very simple to do it. And you want to learn how to do it? Go to my link in my bio. Go register for the webinar. Go to the proposalproacademy.com/webinar. Go register for the webinar, and I'm going to show you how easy it is for you. Oh, hold on. I'm covering my face. There we go. I'm going to show you how easy it is for you to claim your government contract, because everybody on this live is owed a government contract. Period, point blank. They got people who started with zero. Should I say that? A homeless man on the street who got a phone and can talk could win a government contract. I'm dead serious when I say that. Zara just confirmed it. It's easy, but you gotta be hungry and actually do it. Thank you, Zara. Thank you. You have to actually do it. Marco says that's what I did last time. I wrote this. Okay, perfect. See, Marco, see me and you here. You know the tricks. You know the tricks. So that's my opinion. If you win, if they award you, figure it out. Okay, go rob a bank. Don't rob a bank. Go figure it out. Eda, let's take some YouTube. I'm gonna come back to TikTok. Let's take some YouTube questions. Champ, what's up, Champ? You've been joining me. I appreciate it. You've been joining me when I go live. I really appreciate it. Okay, Champ asks, after submitting a bid, do you... Oh, Champ. You're making me blush. It's my favorite question of the night. No offense to nobody else. After submitting a bid, do you follow up with the CO after award status or just wait for the notification? I just want to let you know, Champ, that is the best question. Because let me tell you something, as I tell my students, this is my mantra, y'all, when it comes to government contracting. Submit, forget, follow up. That follow up is after you submit it and then forgot you submitted and start working on something else. Because you want to follow up every single week until they say, leave me alone. You did not win. Or until they say, congratulations. Yes, we was just about to award you. Dang, we can't even do that because you stalking us. That's what you want. Follow up every time until they tell you to stop or they have awarded you. And I'm going to tell you why. I got another story for you. I'm going to tell you what happened to me. Not once, not twice, I think 3 times. Either 2 or 3 times, I can't remember. So I was bidding on a transportation, solicitation, and I submitted a proposal. Now, because I know submit, forget, follow up, I followed up every single week, right? They would say, oh no, we're still reviewing it the first week. Oh no, we're still reviewing it the second week. We should have a decision next week, the third week, fourth week. I followed up. Oh no, it's been awarded. Oh man. Okay, well, how much was the awarded for? That's what they're telling me. You follow up even after award too. You follow up until they tell you it's been awarded, you've been awarded, or stop messaging me. They said, oh, it's been awarded, I don't know, I'm just gonna give a fake price, $10,000. I said, excuse me? Wait, my proposal was only 8. They said, oh, what? What? Wait, what's your name? Let me see. Guys, guess what? They had to resend the proposal that they awarded to the other person because somehow, some way, my proposal either went to spam or human error. But guess what, y'all? I would have never known that if I wouldn't have followed up. You have to follow up. And they gave me the award. They gave me the award for transportation in California with some dignitaries because I followed up. Always, champ, always follow up no matter what. 3 reasons. Until they tell you stop texting me or stop calling me, they tell you you've been awarded, or they tell you it was awarded but not to you. That's the only time you stop. So some solicitations, I've still been following up for 6 months. Or until they tell you it's canceled too. Okay? So that was a great question. All right? It happened to me, like I said, 2 or 3 times. Second time, my stuff went to spam and they just gave me another contract. They didn't resend it from that person. They just gave me another contract, which was cool with me too. I didn't even have to bid. I just told them how much it was going to cost. That's what following up gets you. So guys, always follow up. And my students, if any amount of students on here, y'all know better. Y'all know what y'all supposed to do. Okay? All right, let's see. Monica. It's Monica. Talking here. I think you've been on this live too. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming back. Okay. Monica asked, what do you say during the follow-up? Same thing. This is what I say. Well, I email. I always email every single week. The same day, every single week I email. Hi. I always do a forward from the sent email that I sent with the proposal. Hi, has this solicitation been awarded? Please let me know if you need anything, blah, blah, blah. That's what I say. And they'll respond. And that's how I get to know them too. Yeah, y'all. Yeah, good question. Good question, Monica. Okay, let's go. All right, y'all. I'm going to answer a couple of more questions from TikTok. And if you got anything left on YouTube, let me know because y'all know I'm already past my 35 minutes. It's 49 minutes now. But I'm here to answer whatever y'all have. Okay, let's see. What if your NAICS code does not align with the contract you're trying to? EDOT! Really, EDOT? That's... Oh, EDOT. Okay. If your EDOT asks, if your NAICS code does not align with the contract you're trying to bid on, what do you do? Well, EDOT is very simple. You add the NAICS code that the solicitation that you're working on is. That's it. You know how many NAICS codes I have in my account? About 200. You want to know why? Because I'm a federal concierge and I do it all. And EDOT, you're a federal concierge and you do it all. So if you're working on a solicitation and your NACS code that you signed up with does not align with the solicitation, add the NACS code of the solicitation to your account so that it can align. Plain and simple. That's what you do. That's it. Okay? So don't be afraid to go into sam.gov and update your NACS code, y'all. Okay? Don't be afraid. Okay, guys. That is the end of the TikTok questions. Any more questions from YouTube? Nope, that's it. Well, if that is all, guys, once again, if you're not following me, please hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. I will be going live every Saturday. Just FYI, y'all will get, hopefully, you get notified when I go live. I do send out a post that I'm getting ready to go live in 5. So when you see that post, make sure you check on. I might be here 8 o'clock is the time I go live, but it might be like 8:02, 8:03 if I'm having technical difficulties like I was today. Go to the proposalproacademy.com/webinar to register for the webinar on Saturday so you can get this information and be like Zara, who won her first proposal last week. Oh, wait, hold up. I don't know if y'all can hear this. I know you two might hear it. I just pressed the cheer button on my sound box. Okay. But if y'all ready to get into government contracting, I'm telling you, it's the stupidest, easiest thing you can do that can make you a lot of money. If you're ready and you're registered, if you're ready and ready to change your outcome, financial freedom, time freedom, generational wealth, this is it. And it's a great work from home job. Okay. So go to the link in my bio, go register for the webinar, go to the proposalproacademy.com/webinar and register for the webinar. And I'll see y'all on Saturday. Oh, y'all know I really can't sing, but I don't feel like it. I just be playing around a lot. All right, guys, with that being said, I am out. I will see you tomorrow, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Make sure you're on the live. And y'all have a wonderful night. I'm going to hang up on you guys first. See y'all tomorrow.